This is an abbreviated video of an amazing hack fix that I found last night at 10:30 at night. Had no hot water. My little status light right here was blinking 8 times. Pause, 1, blink. Pause, 8. Pause, 1. So on and so forth. That means that there's a problem with the flammable vapor sensor. So that little sucker, it's that little white plug right here. It looks like a test plug. It's 2 wires. Plugs in right here in the bottom of the electronic control module for the hot water heater. No way to fix it. You got to replace it. You can't buy it at Home Depot. You got to buy it online. So I paid, got it shipped overnight. It was here at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock this morning. I just put it in just now, but I'm going to go over how I fixed it because this is really cool. And it's ridiculous, even with electronics. That's how I came down to figure out that was a problem last night. It was open, meaning that this valve was in a shut down the gas mode. No flame, no gas, nothing. No hot water. So, came over here. This is the old one. Used a flat tip screwdriver. Punctured my hand as I held this in my hand to pop the top off of it. That top doesn't need to go back on it. I'm going to keep this one as a backup because all you do is I whittled down my Home Depot lead pencil last night, whittled it down with a razor knife, held this white piece right here in my hand, went back and forth with a pencil because the graphite is conductive, and that will take the resistance from open down to about 1 kilo ohm. Well, you're looking for about 10 kilo ohms. Anywhere between 5 kilo ohms to 45 kilo ohms. Anything higher than that, I was getting 66 kilo ohms on the old one. The one you're looking at right here, with the old material that was on there, that was causing the water heater to go into gas lockdown. It sensed like there were flammable vapors present. There were not. It just got wet. And so water or flammable liquids or stuff like this contact cleaner will ruin this sensor, and you got to buy a new one. Not expensive, a super easy fix. Comes with a new plastic insert. This pops into the water heater. You pop the sensor in the middle of that like you saw in the water heater. A little dielectric grease on the contacts on the back of the sensor right here. And then you plug it in and turn your water heater back on, and you should get that steady, occasional blinking status light like that. So that's healthy. And I'll put the cover back on in a second. But I wanted to share that with you guys. So what you do is you rub it on. You use your multimeter right here. You set it to ohms. So you got your ohms right there. And I can't film this professionally because cell phone guy here, but I'm not a YouTube guy. Anyhow, you measure across. I'll use my screwdriver. Flip this back over. Measure between this terminal, red on one side, black on the other. If you take off, you wipe off everything on this side. You wipe off everything, so it'll be white. Then you'll get open. That's infinite, which is what that is, infinite ohms. Whenever you touch the 2 leads together, which you should always do to test your multimeter, you get less than 1 ohm. That's, if I was holding these myself, I'd probably get like 0.2 ohms or less. Okay, that's basically a short. Anyhow, you're looking for 5,000 to, say, I got 16,000 on the brand new one, so 16,000 ohms. What I did is I put the graphite from the pencil on there, ran it back and forth, had 1,000 ohms. Took my handy dandy paper towel right here, wiped off a little bit with my thumb, wiped my thumb off on the paper towel, measured again, got up to like 3,000. Wiped my thumb across it lightly, just ever so like this, nice little wipe. Got it up to like 5,000 ohms or whatever. Wiped it again, 6,000, 7,000. Finally got up to 10,000 or 10K ohms, and plugged it back in, and boom, water heater kicked on. I had a hot shower last night at like 11 o'clock at night. So really cool fix. Had to share that with everybody. Would have never thought that a pencil would ever come to the rescue in that way, you know, increasing resistance or making resistance at all for a water heater. It's absolutely, and a repair on this, to have a technician come out in the middle of the night, you can only imagine be $400 or $500. This part's like $30 if you overnight it. It's about $14 if you buy it and wait 2 days on Amazon. It's an OEM. ProTech. It's I have a Rheem Rud. It's a Rheem Rudder, same company, but anyhow, I've got this one. It's got a concealed burn chamber with this blower motor. Goes up the Class A pipe, which is single wall. Class B pipe is like the furnace, dual pipes. But it's super efficient. I had hot water in like 15 minutes. Thing is ridiculous. Love it. There's a number to call them. They close at 7 o'clock, so 10 o'clock at night, that was no use to me. But this is my little setup. You got a T15. I had taken apart the whole valve. I left the gas hooked up to it, but I took apart all the electronics, blew it off with my air compressor. Made sure I got rid of any dust or debris. That was clean. I finally came down to this stupid little sensor. It was bad. Just blows my mind. But my electronics wouldn't let it go. And 10:30 at night, I'm down here with a pencil, a razor knife, sharpening the pencil and doing the pencil trick, and it worked. And now I have hot water and the new sensors on there, which is something you must have if you have any kind of flammable gas that, you know, is lighter than air. It will float around the bottom of the water heater, and that's where the ignition happens on water heaters and furnaces. And you want to make sure you don't have any of that kind of stuff like in your basement. If you have the appliances in the basement like I do, hot water right here, furnace right over there on the other side of the room. If you have any kind of like a natural gas leak, this is my natural gas. It's right in the basement. It comes in the house. The meter's in the basement. I'm always checking with soapy water, and of course they've got that egg smell for natural gas, because natural gas by itself has no scent at all. The gas company actually introduces that. They season the inside of the pipes with that rotten egg smell, and whenever they do a train load of that stuff, one of those big liquid containers on a train, they guard it with like armed guards, because if that stuff were to break loose, you can't imagine how bad it would make a whole community smell. I actually talked to some guys in like Michigan that were seasoning pipes, and it takes like weeks of them pumping that smell into the pipe so that the natural gas will pick it up as it travels through. So a little more facts on natural gas, flammable vapor sensors, and hot water heaters. Easy fix. Good luck. God bless. Thanks for watching. Mefixum out.